This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
But my impression of it has been great. It's a great city. There's a lot of history. In the Raiders building, a lot of amazing players have went through there. A lot of winning and championships. So I'm excited to go over there and be a part of that.
Ashton, Vinny Bonsignor with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Congratulations. There's some conventional wisdom that you don't take a running back in the top 10. What do you say to the talk of that, and how proud of you are you that you were a running back that said no, running backs do deserve to be taken this high in the draft?
Yeah, I'm very proud of that, and I'm just thankful for this opportunity, and I'm gonna show everybody why it's the position is valuable, and it is great to take an exceptional running back in the first round.
Ashton, Levi Idris with the Las Vegas Raiders, congratulations. Throughout your draft process, you talked about a little bit about some of the meetings and things that you did with the Raiders. Was there a moment that really struck out to you talking to Pete Carroll throughout this whole process that really was like, man, I can play for this guy. This can be my coach?
Yeah, I think literally from the first day we got there, and we kind of went in the meeting with all the guys they brought out, and he said, we like to compete here. That's what we're all about. And the first thing that we did was a shooting competition, and I actually won. So I think that might have sealed the deal,
Hi, Ashton. Mark Anderson, AP. Obviously, Pete had a lot of success with Marshawn up in Seattle. Do you see any kind of comparison, especially the way you were able to break tackles at Boise?
Yeah, and even growing up, Marshawn was one of the first backs I started watching and looking up to. So definitely just breaking tackles, making crazy plays down the field. There's a lot of similarities there.
Hi, Ashton. Levi Damien, USA Today. So, John Spytek and Pete Carroll as well talked a lot about putting a heavy emphasis on character in this draft, and you have a pretty impressive background with characters and whatnot. But what would you say that in this process that you got the feel that maybe they were the most impressed by in terms of your character?
I think just how I carry myself, my humbleness, and my intelligence, the way I talk, and I think the first impression is very important. So off the rip, they're able to see what kind of person I was when they first met me.
Hi, Ashton. Congratulations. So every football player dreams of this moment. How does the real thing compare?
Shoot, it's amazing. It's just as great as I thought it would be, the feeling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Ashton. We know that the Raiders are a storied franchise. I'm just wondering what in its history and what you know about the Raiders excites you to put on the silver and black.
Shoot, there's a lot of amazing players. I mean, Hall of Famers, winning that big trophy, the Super Bowls.
Hey, Ashton, congratulations. This is Vic Tafer from The Athletic. I'm wondering if you heard about Spytek's son threatening to leave the family if they didn't pick you, and what was your reaction to that story?
It made me laugh really hard. But once I kind of seen that come out on social media, I'm like, man, there's no way they're not gonna pick me at number 6 if I'm there.
Ashton, this is Hondo Carpenter from SI again. Quick question for you is when people talk about you, they talk about your work ethic and that you're never satisfied. So my question is, obviously you're a great back to be picked at 6 overall. What do you got to get better at?
Shoot, every single thing, but I think most importantly, pass protection is gonna be one of the most important things. Being able to pick up the pressure, protect the A gaps, protect that quarterback.
Hi, Ashton Myra Gomez. Bienvenido a los Raiders. Welcome to the Raiders. I understand you have some international background with you. Can you just talk about what it feels like to know the global fan base that the Raiders have, and just a little bit about what you expect from them?
Yeah, it's amazing. Opportunity, great community there, and great fan base. So I'm expecting a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of great times.
Thank you.
Again, Ashton, so I mean, obviously to get where you are right now, it takes a lot of discipline, and I would imagine you got a lot of that from your father, from the Navy and all that. Can you tell us about what you gleaned from your father and all the years, in his military background?
Yeah, I think most importantly, discipline. On the days where you don't feel motivated, or it's a little harder to get up early in the morning and do the things that nobody else is doing. To continue to do that no matter what, it's having that inner discipline and always working harder than others, because anything great that you get in this life is gonna come through hard work.
Hey, Ashton, Nick Walters with Channel 13 here in Las Vegas. This is a very unique opportunity, not just to star for an NFL team, but to star for an NFL team that's only been in its city for 5 years with only one playoff appearance in that time. What excites you about this chance to start a new era for Raiders football that is characterized by winning and in this city?
Yeah, I mean, just like you saying, man, winning, that's what everybody wants to do. So I can tell that that's the culture there. That's the history of the Raiders organization, is winning. So I know they want to get back to that, and including me, they're getting the right people to make that happen.
All right. Thanks so much, Ashton.
Thank you.
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.